6:05 with another Lunchbox podcast.
Break time entertainment.
Jeez, Amber, we're just talking about we're seasoned veterans.
That was really tight.
You know,
Oh.
this should have been. She's like, oh, what?
No, I was burping. I could have done it into the microphone.
I'm surprised you didn't.
I usually do, but not in the opening.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh. We brought back. I think I texted you guys and said do it back like P Diddy, right? Part 2.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Yeah. Is that
like
P Diddy?
I didn't catch the reference when you said that, but okay.
But anyways, have you guys back, Andy and Tasha? You guys are podcasters as well, and you've done.
Yeah, but Tosh won't have me on her show apparently.
I feel like we never left the original conversation. I feel like.
Yeah.
Part of it is I'm just not a good planner. Like literally this week I was like, oh yeah, today's Wednesday. Crap. I know.
You know, that's the worst part. It's like, oh shit, now I have to do something.
Well, Mike Miller didn't even tell us what was going on tonight.
Dude, this was last minute. This was super last minute.
Yeah, we've got like barely a 24-hour notice for this. So
yeah,
we didn't even get 0 minutes. He said 8:30.
He's like, hop on.
And we're like, let's just do 9. And he's like, special guest tonight. Like he didn't even say it. But
really? When did you find out, Ryan?
When I logged on.
Yeah.
Like when you saw me talking to Mike?
Yeah, it's like cool. And then I didn't know Tasha was going to be here either. So I would have been fine either way. No, that's fine.
It was good.
Everybody's on time.
Well, they wanted not just you two, but another one, possibly, if we were to ever do this. I think we actually said it in one of our previous episodes to bring you two and somebody else. And I'm like, well, I don't know if 6 people in a room is the best idea, but
we said Mitchell would be fun.
Oh,
good luck.
He would be, but yeah, he's like
good
on
luck.
TV. Well, he's back on TV now, so he's
kind of a big deal, so he can't
go on our main podcast
with the little people.
He's on Kelloland Living now.
Oh wow.
He's the co-host on that.
He's doing
that one girl left, didn't she?
The 9 o'clock chick show or whatever that thing is.
It's on at 2 p.m. actually.
Oh, is it 2? I thought it was like 9 o'clock.
No, it's like 2 p.m.
You can tell I watch a lot of local television.
I did run into him within the last month or two, and like we chatted, and like it's no animosity. He's just, you know how Mitchell is. He's just not a good planner, and like
he's flaky for sure. But like I asked him over and over before he was on Kello. I was like, hey, like when I started mine well over a year ago. I'm like, hey, let's do one. And he literally wouldn't even reply. I would have to text Tosh to go, hey, will you text him and say, what's up?
I'll try.
Because apparently he'll reply to you, and then he eventually replied, and we went back and forth. And
and now there is.
Well, he's on Kello,
and they
won't
let
let
tape
him.
now. Yeah, kind of.
Because they're very protective of their brand.
I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, we know how that goes.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But it's not like I get asked that a lot. Like, are you still friends with them? I'm like, yeah, we're still friendly. Yes. Like I still talk to them, and we don't like braid each other's hair, but we're still, you know, like.
No, every now and then there's a meme either Tosh or I must send to the other because it is absolutely that imperative. What was the one I sent you last night or the night before? It was very. Oh, it was the Road Rage Minnesota.
Oh, yeah, that actually was funny. So it was video of people being like stuck at a red light after it snowed, and this guy would get out and brush off the back windshield of other people's cars, and I was like, I wish, please do that, because I never
she doesn't take care of her windshield at all.
Car.
Oh man,
no, she just scrapes a porthole in the front window, and that's about it.
I mean, it'll blow off eventually or melt. It's fine. So I wish someone would do that.
I love when you see people cruising around in town and they have like a foot of snow on the top of their car.
And then they stop too fast and it's all on their windshield and they can't see.
I'm the problem. It's me. Don't sue us, Taylor.
Yes.
Speaking of which, with winters, last time we did this, it was summer, and Tasha just got back from Wild Water West.
Yeah.
Schmammered.
She was like 4 cocktails in. I think Amber had a family barbecue or something, maybe. I don't know. But it was hot out. Amber hates the cold. She despises it like it's the plague.
I don't know why I live here. It's dark and sad all the time. And
It's not.
I
You
know.
wake up, it's dark. You go to home, it's dark. Yeah, I get it.
Everything's gray.
Yeah.
Like it's the gray season.
What's so bad about it? Like what?
That's why I see how bright
The
it is
length.
over here. I have my sun lamp on because I'm that person that needs
Yeah,
like a
get-
happy lamp.
That
Do you have
vitamin
plants?
D.
Oh yeah, you have plants. I forgot you're a plant person, right?
I do. Yeah, I have 4 plants now.
Do you
Wow,
call
4 whole
yourself
plants.
plant mom?
No, there's a weird hand coming at you.
Mhm.
No, not usually. I mean, I do it like ironically. I'll be like, I'm a plant mom, but not really.
Do you
Oh,
name your
my
plants?
son just shut off.
Yeah, Jeffrey.
It's on a timer.
Do you name your
Jeffrey, are you
plants?
blooming? Yeah.
Do they have?
No, they do not have names. No,
Oh.
I don't.
Harold. The hibiscus.
I don't have
Yeah.
any. I have very low maintenance plants because
Yeah.
I just
But
need them.
I
in
killed
my
a
life.
cactus. So
Yeah.
But anyways, we can circle back. The winter's not so bad, but I think so. I listen to both of your guys' podcasts when I drive. I drive to Yankton, and I listen to both of them. The last one though was quite comical because I was just telling Andy's podcast to me is very like friendly bar talk, banter. Try to figure out. The one that stood out the most was the Plandemic. I think that was great. I don't know why I've never heard of that, but it was great.
I'd never heard that phrase either. Jonah just spit that out.
Yeah, it was
and I-
great because he
made me
intentionally did it. But then Tasha, I was telling Andy, and don't get mad at me, but I feel like yours is like the Cosmopolitan magazine where I review
Yeah.
every single thing going on in the world. Like I caught up
No,
on
she's
so
not gonna
many
be mad
current
about
events.
this. It's 100%
You're
correct.
welcome.
Well, I didn't
Nice.
know
Yeah.
half
Yeah.
the things
It's
that
your
you're
one-stop
like.
shop.
You're like, this movie, spoiler alert, this is whatever. But it's just interesting because like there's so many different like variations of what people can listen to, and it's like what they choose to listen to. So like what kind of feedback are you guys really getting into it more? Because for us, I don't know what kind of feedback we get. Because we're just us.
Here's the
but-
thing, though.
A lot
Fan.
of booze. A lot of booze.
No,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, coming from the radio where we got instant feedback, text messages right away, it's not that. Like, I'll hear from friends like, oh, like the episode I did about relationships with my friends Heather and Summer. Summer told me she had a handful of friends tell her they listened and liked it, but no one told me that.
Yeah.
Send me a message. Like, I need the validation.
Yeah.
And obviously
just one of
we
these.
see, I see on my website or on Spotify, like I see people are downloading it or listening, but it's still
Yeah.
nice to see an actual comment or something once in a while,
I forget to ask for it. If you don't ask for interaction, you won't get it. It was no different when we were on the radio. If we
Yeah.
didn't ask for interaction, we would not get it. And so I just forget to ask for it. Occasionally people will. I used to get a lot of comments actually on my website because my podcast goes out through a website, WordPress, not like a service or anything.
Same.
And they would go out.
Sorry.
Like there are comments. That's so distracting.
Buckets.
How many dogs do you have? Jesus.
Two. You would think 7.
Oh.
They have the worst manners on the planet.
Elbow drop.
What the hell was I talking about?
Comments.
Comments.
website.
Website.
Comments. Oh yeah, I used to get comments on the individual episode, like the article episode things on my website, and I don't get as many of those as I used to, but every now and then I'll get an email or something, and
Yeah.
or a random message on Instagram like, "Hey, I heard you talking about this." I just got one the other day about I was wondering out loud something I probably said on the radio as well about how, who was the first guy or gal who just said, "You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take these beans and I'm going to burn them. And then I'm going to grind them up
Yeah.
and I'm going to soak them in water and then I'm going to drink it."
Yeah.
Like, who the hell thought of that? Like,
Or
and
who like
this
saw
guy
a
is sending-
pineapple and cracked it open and ate it. Like,
yeah.
the pineapple
Like,
doesn't look
I
welcoming,
bet there's,
really.
you know what?
Coconuts.
That was probably accidentally. Like one just got smashed
Oh,
by
yeah.
a boulder, and they're just like, "Oh, that looks good inside."
Oh,
But
yes.
Taste it.
it was just. But this dude suggested a book, that's like the history of everything, or I can't remember what the hell it was. And I'll never find the message he sent me quickly. But every now and then there'll be just like something like you said, Mike, where when Jonah said pandemic and that just like stuck. Somebody will hear one thing and then they'll like message about that one thing.
Yeah.
And because it just connected with them for whatever reason.
Yeah. We do have a little bit of a live feedback. I will forever miss Andy and Tasha in the morning. Do you guys want to do it one time? Your intro.
You want to what?
Your intro. How you guys would
where
say?
I just go, and Tasha, that, or what do you mean?
Yeah.
Wake up. Oh, that's Full House. Yeah.
Did we have? We didn't really have an intro. It was more just like,
yeah, we did.
Oh, right at 6 a.m.
The little intro thingy.
The soundbite thing, or
the
like
monkeys,
what we actually said right at 6.
Somebody get the monkeys.
Right, but I thought he meant, do you want to do your intro now? I'm like, that was a produced thing. We can't.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
It should be.
I'm trying to think back to
many moons back in my day.
Well, it would start off with me going, well, hey, hi, how are you? It's whatever time, Andy and Tosh, morning.
Yeah.
And
I'd
then
usually go,
Josh would go,
I'd like grunt, barely
I
awake.
want to go to bed or something like that.
There you go. That was it.
I'd be like, it's cold because
that's
in the
one
summer,
thing.
I'd be cold, so it didn't matter.
That's one thing with my
Same.
podcast I do not have, like we did on the radio, is like little crutches or just like benchmark things that would always do.
I tried to start doing that with like sound effects in between each sort of like chunk, and then I just stopped doing it.
Yeah.
Effort.
Well,
I get it.
so go ahead, Andy.
Well, after doing, I wouldn't say our show was highly produced, but there were a lot more production elements in it than my podcast has.
Well,
But I'm just
vow-
not interested in doing like a full on like intro production thing. Like
Yeah.
I just like singing mine randomly each time. I think it adds a fun little, what will it be today?
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely have the like sporadic, like impromptu versions at the beginning of yours, kind of similar to ours. But Andy, I'll vow to not embarrass you on the cover art this time around.
yeah, could you at least get a still
proof read it.
frame that's not me like having a
Stroke.
spasm in my face?
But so since we're all here, Andy made a point to bring up our 9/11 podcast. Ryan and Amber. We're gonna turn the tables on this. Tasha, you're gonna be a little bit of a bystander. So Andy made points and had it on his iPad. So I'm sitting in this chair and I'm drinking a line of
comfy
Googles.
recliner.
And he pulls out an iPad with a list of things that we said on our 9/11 podcast.
I didn't have that many things.
It was on your iPad. That's the point.
It was, but
like-
I had other notes of stuff to talk about besides that.
Yeah. But either way, the concept of Ryan saying that certain things were a hoax, not true. Amber had a couple things. I almost wish I would have screened it. But Andy totally tried to debunk everything that we said. And
I love it.
We're all full of shit. That's what I got.
And that's
For
fine.
sure.
I didn't even try to debunk it. I just said
Go on.
it was crazy talk. Like it was
Are
just
you guys
crazy.
flat earthers? Is that what you're telling me?
No.
I think so. I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. No, not for me.
But
It's a no for
how
me,
do-
dog.
How does the building just all of a sudden fall down after only being on fire? Because a fucking building landed on it earlier in the day. That's how. Like,
Yeah.
and Mike's like, "Oh, I sent you that tweet." It's literally a tweet of some knucklehead who typed something, and then it's just a video of Building 7 falling down. That was his evidence.
See?
It was just some asshole on Twitter, like,
No
"Hey, look,
It was on the internet.
it's
Yeah.
true."
It must
Yes,
be real.
yeah.
Nope, sorry. Kevin Bacon wasn't in Footloose.
I think
Nope,
I
sorry,
really
you're wrong.
hurt. I think
Look it
I
up.
really hurt
Nope.
Mike's feelings
no, you didn't.
with
remember-
all that
Yeah.
because
I
he's
didn't
like,
realize-
Totally did.
Well, okay. So if anybody listens to that episode, it was point in case I had to see the bathroom because there was an accident that happened there that was literally uncharted territory. Super
Tosh,
clean
if
though.
you haven't listened to that, you should. Like
That was-
you'll.
Yeah, I don't really know what you're talking about.
That was a good one.
The episode I did called "The Greatest Poop Story Ever Told."
Oh, okay.
It's long story short.
Do I know this poop story?
No, it just
Oh,
happened.
okay. Oh, okay.
It just happened a few weeks, like a couple
was
months
a
ago.
regular topic on our
Yeah,
morning
Dude,
we
show.
know.
you've got to go listen to that one.
Yeah. I
we
mean,
always
in a
said our show
roundabout
ended
way,
up in the toilet.
Just
This one
imagine-
was so far. Like, just listen to the first half hour of it. It's all that story.
it's
And
the-
then we talk about shooting shit after that. You can shut it off. But like, listen to the first 35 minutes of that episode.
I will say you brought up how our podcasts are very different. And
Yes.
that is exactly why doing our show sometimes was difficult because we are very different. The things we actually care
Yes.
about are very
Yeah.
different.
but I think though is like that would actually complement really well because you have
That's-
different
Sometimes.
personalities.
Yeah.
That's
Most
why our
of the
show was
time.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if we
It
were the
was.
same people, it's boring as shit. Like radio
Yeah, you
shows
have
that have
contrast.
Yep.
like it's just not interesting to listen to.
Yeah.
when
Andy
when they're the
doesn't
same
know-
person.
Andy doesn't know
Not more
anything
fun.
about Netflix series and what's going on and the Kardashians.
Deck. If
Hey,
you
they
need to know
got
about
Band of
Below
Brothers
Deck-
in the Pacific
Below
on. That's all
Deck.
that matters.
Are you watching right now? Below Deck Men?
No.
Oh.
I'll get after.
Oh.
I've watched every season. Give me like one day. I'll catch up. Half-hour episodes.
Do you have a favorite franchise of it, or do you just watch all of them?
I do like. I am a fan of Captain Sandy, but
Yep, that's Med. Mm-hmm.
yep. But honestly, just the drama. It makes me
I
feel
will
like
watch any version of it. They just keep finding new. It's like they had Sailing Out, and then they had
it's
Down
more. I
Under,
like.
and
I like
then
to
they
people
had
watch.
Adventure, and then I was like, I will watch any people working on a boat at this point. I don't
Yes.
care.
I can charter a $2 million or whatever $1 million boat, $50 million boat. It's more
Yeah,
the
I just-
people.
Yes, I just
the
think it's
people watching.
crazy too. The guests that go on that show, knowing they're going to be filmed and they're still buttholes. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
such
get
is
it.
life. Yep.
I guess rich people. I don't get it,
Yeah.
but
I do know this about Netflix, Tosh. There's no excuse. You can go watch Band of Brothers now. It just hit Netflix like a month ago.
Oh man.
It's so
I-
good.
I'll get
I-
right to it.
It's so
I'll-
good.
I'm
Hey.
sure it is good, but I don't know. There's so many
No,
other
it's-
things to do and see.
Tosh,
and
did
watch.
you watch The Golden Bachelor?
I watched the first 2 episodes.
Is that one
Okay,
of those
so-
old people?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so much more
Gross.
endearing than with like 20 somethings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's-
Okay. Well, here's the thing. And Andy actually had it when he was
still-
talking to
it's pretty-
Jonas.
I don't know.
But like, if you were 40 and you had to start dating again, like the world that it is, like it's not go to the bar and see what is out there. It's swipe left, swipe right. Maybe post a
Yeah.
good photo of yourself where you look good, and then hopefully they like you, and then they talk to
Hey,
you.
my name is Ryan. I like Legos. I don't know.
But it's just it's so
Golden,
different.
Are you watching Golden Bachelor or no?
I
No, I'm
watched
not
a
into
couple episodes and I didn't really get into it. But Miller, these people are in their 70s.
Yeah.
And then they
Perfect.
made these women-
AARP.
They're almost. Some of them are almost 80, and they put them in bunk beds in this mansion.
Get some
And I was like,
tampons.
what are they doing?
No, that's great television.
Yeah.
It's like when they came
But,
out with
uh,
Big Brother.
But
Yeah.
the first 5 minutes, I almost cried because the Golden Bachelor is a widower, and he's just
Yeah.
crying about like it's been 5 or
Yeah.
6 years since his wife passed away, but he still just like loves her, and his
That
grown
happens every
children
day,
are there
everywhere.
like, Dad, we're happy. What?
That happens every
What is it?
day, everywhere. Like it's
Well,
Facts.
but why not have a show about that struggle and not just like 20-something bimbos that want to be Instagram influencers? Like these ladies
Yeah.
are not there for that, like it's actually more.
because they don't have
Heartfelt.
accounts.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. For me and anyone listening who has no idea what you're talking about, what is the premise of this show?
Ruth is looking
It's
for
the
some
Bachelor
ass.
with older people.
The Bachelor with old people.
Okay, so they're not. So you said want to be Instagram models or whatever. It's not like 20 something.
Yes, it's all. He
Oh.
is. How old is he? Like 70. So
Yeah.
all the women are
Oh.
like 60 to 80.
Oh,
But they don't look it. Some of them look hot. Like
Oh.
they are rocking
Yeah.
bods.
Okay,
Yeah.
One
so
girl
they're-
on there. One girl on there was a dancer for Prince. She's from Minneapolis. So.
Oh,
Ooh.
yep.
I'm gonna give you the sexiest sponge bath. Oh my fucking god.
But it is just really endearing. It's still very
Hey.
produced. They make them do dumb group dates and like
Yeah.
put this funny outfit on and dance in a parking lot kind of crap, which
hey
I
baby,
don't love.
I've got the bathtub with the door.
I already took my
Doesn't
pills.
leak.
Yeah.
What is that thing
Alright.
called? The bathtub with the door, so they don't have to step over
Old
the side of the
person.
tub.
Bath fitter? Like, isn't
No.
that
Whatever
the
that
brand
is.
or whatever?
I don't know.
Yeah,
They,
I
don't,
don't
they
know.
always
Um,
advertise it during Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, bath
What?
fitter. Isn't that
I
what
wanna
it
s-
is?
I don't know.
Bath
I wanna-
fitter, I think, is just like
The company.
a remodel type of thing that like
They
goes
put like
over.
a
You might be
plexi.
right. You might be right.
Yeah.
No, but the
Um,
2 episodes I did watch, I did like it more than the regular Bachelor because, like I said, everybody's just super desperate and
Yeah,
like
well,
annoying on the
the
regular
regular
one.
Bachelor, you've seen like 50 episodes of it, right?
Yeah.
This is the one
Some
version
people
that's
get
more.
into, and I try not to judge because I still watch stupid reality. I mean, I love Below Deck. I love Jersey Shore. Like, we all have our poison. We all watch something that's stupid. You know what I
I
mean?
don't.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Your air disasters and whatever.
That's not stupid. That's life lessons.
Hey.
Okay. Make sure the flaps are down before takeoff and landing. Okay.
Common sense.
Yeah.
I want to circle back to Band of Brothers though. Like
Yeah.
as an adult, man, there's not many shows where I will ever cry at, ever. But at the end of Band of Brother, every single time, where it's the old geezer, and he says,
Spoiler
grand-
alert! Now I don't even need to watch
yeah.
it.
No. The very last line of the episode. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah, he goes, my grandson asked me if I was a hero in the war, and he said no, but I served with many.
I served
it's
in
just
a
like
company of heroes.
A company of heroes.
Yeah.
every
and,
time. Oh,
And he's kind of choking up as he says it too.
old people
Is that
crying. I
your-
can't
is
do
it-
it
Is that your Roman Empire? You just think about that all the time.
all the time.
You know what? I don't, but like I'm such a nerd for that show though. I literally have it on my phone and I can
So
literally show it to you here.
Well, just because the whole show, you have these like actors, and then it's actually like a documentary of the real people. So they're interviewing the real
Oh.
people at the start of the
Gotcha.
show. Then you have your episode.
Yeah.
They do a circle back, and the very end, it starts to show their name and the rank and what they did.
Well, and
And
it's,
then
I
you-
mean, it's like 98% the show,
Yeah.
but they'll have just a couple of little interview clips at the beginning. But like,
Ugh.
here's the.
Band of brothers.
Wait, here we go.
For he who
Wait.
today sheds
This is the guy before that. I can't do it any
shall
better.
be my brother. Do you remember
Buffering.
the letter that Mike Ranier wrote me? You do. Do you remember how he ended it?
Like the Golden Bachelor.
I cherish the memories of a grandson asked me the other day when he said, Grandpa, were you a hero in the war? Grandpa said no.
I'm trying not to laugh, but it's
But I served in a company of heroes.
Way to fuck it up, Tosh. Jesus. Oh my
yeah,
god.
get a better recording of it. It was
He's
like
like-
pausing and buffering.
That's the show.
No, it wasn't.
That's the
Your
show.
shitty interconnect connection was doing
No,
it.
Yeah, that
He
was
was
No,
the-
pausing.
everybody else
He was
talking
choked
has
up
been
and
fine.
pausing.
I thought it
Yeah.
was literally
No, he was
not
choked up
working.
and pausing. Like,
No, he's just like,
you're like,
years
look
old.
at this old fucker. He's not even talking. Like, what's the big deal?
I literally thought it was buffering. I did not know.
I'm glad all those people died in the war.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for McConnell to cry.
Stop it, my parents. Yeah.
he's,
Literally-
he's just about to deliver the line, and Tasha's like,
Yeah.
what's with the buffering?
Yeah, what's in the
Because it
box?
was like it honestly seemed like it was like but like that's what I thought it was doing.
Like the
No.
old cell phones
Remix.
when the cell phones would
That's
cut
what I
out.
thought it was.
I can't hear you. Meet me at
Oh my god.
I did my best.
Yeah, it was awesome. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody asked you to, but thank you.
I did. I think I did.
You didn't
Yeah,
ask
we
him
had
to
to
bring it
circle
up on
back.
his
You know,
phone and play
here's
it.
the
But I'm
thing,
glad
though.
he did.
Here's the thing about Tosh, though. If I liked that dumb show she was just talking about, she wouldn't watch it.
Yeah.
100%. Like the old geezer dating show. If I was like, Tosh, have
Josh,
you seen
did
the
you
show?
see-
The geezer dating show? It's the best thing ever. She'd be like,
Nope.
You're the
No.
same way. You're a contrarian too.
I'm not contrarian.
You'll shit on shit without ever watching it or knowing anything about
100%.
it.
100%.
At least I'll shit on shit once I know what it's about and maybe I watched it.
Yeah. This is
Fight,
great.
fight.
It's even more fun when I like use lines from Mean Girls, which I've never seen, and she'll
Again,
get
contrarian.
like you've
you won't
never
watch
even
Mean
seen
Girls
it.
because
Hey, did you see that new Walmart commercial with Mean
yes,
Girls?
it's genius. They did a
So
great job.
funny.
I I haven't seen this.
Oh man, it's funny.
Like the
I
actual
think
girls.
today the Walmart Plus Black Friday deal started today, actually.
Okay, let's circle to
saw
that.
the
Let's
commercial,
not
you saw
plug.
that?
Hey, we're
No,
not plugging Walmart
No,
here.
let's
I'm just
go to this.
saying.
Don't
On Wednesdays,
okay.
they taught me to do things on Wednesdays. We wear pink and we
Quit
Black Friday shop.
calling it Black Friday because all these fucking people are shopping
Whoa.
on Tuesday, shopping on Wednesday, and then they're
Yeah,
shopping
no,
on
it is-
Thanksgiving. Ain't nobody going out on Black Friday no more.
It's lost some of its luster for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Because
It has.
How about all?
it's not like a midnight or like a 4 a.m. waiting in line outside a Target. kind of thing, or
Everybody's
whatever.
doing
I
the
know.
Amazon. Everybody, hey, you get deals ahead of time, and it's just like I don't know. Everybody's
It's
Everybody's
money
trying to be
all the
first.
fun of it.
Cyber
Yeah.
Kwanzaa.
Yep.
But yeah, no, Black
I
Friday
never
is.
really got into any of it, so I don't know.
I remember
I
going to
went out
Walmart
to-
how full it was.
I went out to Best Buy and was interviewing people. I would get up at like 3 a.m. a couple of years, and I think this is before you were on, Tosh, but I'd go down
Yeah.
to Best Buy and people were like, there's this huge line because there was
Camped
like
out.
some TV deal was, $200 for an 80-inch TV or whatever it was. And so I just go up and get audio, talk to people. And I remember one of the years was the year I got my first smartphone too. So
Wow.
it was really exciting. But
So
no,
was it a
it
BlackBerry?
wasn't a, no,
Yeah.
it was a Samsung Fascinate.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
Oh.
God,
The-
it
it was
sounds
the-
cool.
Oh.
The OG first Galaxy, basically, but
Galaxy
Verizon
S.
had to give it their own name for some reason. You were a
3G.
cell phone guy.
3G.
Yeah, it was
slow.
3G.
4G wasn't out yet
It worked for about 6 months and then it went to shit, just like every Android phone I ever had.
because you're poor. You have
We
an
No.
Android
switched
phone, you're
to
poor.
iPhone.
No, I got expensive
Right.
Android phones and I would have them for a year and then they went to shit and then they stopped working well. And then at the exact 2-year mark, it really quit working well. And that's when I went to iPhones. And now I have a phone for like 4 years before like the battery finally craps out.
Yep.
McConnell has the best paraphrase for iPhones and Androids and blue and green text messages.
Do I? Apparently, put me on the
No,
spot.
that's me. That's me.
That's
Is
Amber.
that you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you're poor.
Yeah.
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 The green
you're
means you're
green.
poor.
You green.
Green
You.
text, you're poor. You.
You.
Apparently my wife was poor even with an iPhone because it started sending green text messages. I don't know.
Oh,
Something was wrong
uh-oh.
with it.
If you don't, because that's if you don't send it as iMessage. If
yeah,
it
that's
just sends as a text.
But it
it's
was
green.
just like a setting thing that got hung up and was stupid. It got jacked up and she had to go to the store and they fixed something. I don't know what it was, but yeah.
But yeah, with the holidays, any big plans for anybody going into? Okay, Christmas trees. Let's talk about this.
Jesus Christ.
You guys have Christmas trees up already?
No.
No.
Not yet.
We have
I just put
Christmas
my
lights on our house though.
I
Lights.
just put my Halloween wigs away. Like we are not at Christmas yet.
Wigs?
Yeah.
Now my wife hung up the lights the other
They're
day.
not on? Are they on?
No,
Or no?
no,
Mine are on.
no.
On.
Why?
Because I hate electricity. I just festive. Half my block has them on. So I'm a
I
follower.
honestly don't. I honestly don't care anymore. If you want your Christmas lights on,
No, I don't have a
great.
strong opinion either.
Like do what life's too short. Do whatever you feel. Like
Thank you. Guilt-free sleep tonight. I love it.
We just have like permanent lights so we can turn them on whenever we want.
They must be nice.
She's definitely got those blue messages. for sure.
Sheesh.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, Michael put them up himself. So
Michael's her husband.
Yeah,
Yes.
I assume.
Oh, that's
I
not the
will-
just
color.
just a random guy. He does stuff for me. Yeah.
But I'll definitely. I usually decorate like right after Thanksgiving, like that
Same.
weekend or whatever.
Yep.
But
That's like the
Mine-
decorating weekend. That's when we
Yeah.
pull the Christmas tree out of the garage, or now we don't have one in the garage because it got infested with mice. So Crystal was like, "Get that thing the fuck
Gross.
out of our garage. That's never coming in the house again."
My rule is
Um,
I Christmas decorate in November when the snow flies. So if it's like November
That might
5th,
be a while this year.
I know.
well,
so
then
it's
you should
either
have.
that-
Oh, it has to be November though, because we got snow in
Yeah.
October.
Yeah,
so,
it is because
Oh
I have
yeah,
my
we did.
I have my Halloween decor up in October, so it's got to be
Yeah.
in November, or it is that Thanksgiving weekend.
How
Unless
annoying
no,
was it that it was so cold on Halloween and we're gonna have like 60s next week? Like I hate
Yeah.
that. Like can
I
we
know,
it's
just-
bipolar.
Yeah.
I remember golfing in January. It was so
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, holidays are one thing, but yeah, any big plans?
Nope.
You guys
We're
try to
hosting.
travel?
No, we
No.
host.
Just the usual.
Mhm.
I can control the
No big
food
deal.
quality if I host.
I
So-
work too much to do anything.
No faith in your family to cook, or what? Where?
None. No. No. I want. It's like my favorite meal, right? I don't want
Thanksgiving?
box stuffing. Yeah, I don't want box
No,
stuffing.
I
Get out of here
prefer
with that
box
trash.
stuffing.
Me too.
Get out
I
of here,
prefer the
lazy
box.
ass. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. So is mine. Made fresh.
Stuffing is something I leave. I don't scoop.
I'll
I
eat it
don't.
sometimes.
I don't consume it at all because it's a waste of space when there's Swedish meatballs and mashed potatoes to be eaten. Why are
We
we
don't do
messing
meatballs
around with
at
I
our
don't do
holidays.
meatballs. Yeah.
Well,
I just
You
had
didn't
my
grow up in
first
my family.
IKEA Swedish meatballs yesterday.
yeah, they're okay. And
I
mean-
honestly, for the longest time, I knew IKEA was a furniture store. I had no idea they actually had a restaurant too. Like, I don't know how I
Oh,
missed
I
that.
didn't know that either.
It's like a
But yeah,
Costco
they have-
thing.
yeah,
Yeah, they have meatballs and a few other sort of Swedish
Oh,
foods
okay.
and stuff. But
Sure.
Speaking of food, here's one that it might be controversial. I don't know if we did. We might have talked about this on the show, Tosh. Well, I don't know if you've ever had Costco pizza or not, but Costco pizza or Casey's pizza.
Yeah,
I was
Amber.
gonna say Casey's.
I've never had Costco pizza.
Super
Oh,
good.
Yeah.
It's super
I
good.
like that. I like that the Costco pizza is like $1 or whatever. Like it's super.
Yeah, it's
cheap
like
for the
$2 for a
slice or
giant
whatever.
freaking slice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's $10 for the
So that-
whole pie.
And here's the deal:
yeah.
as someone that does not have a Costco membership, Casey's is always welcoming me to buy a slice of pizza.
I think you can
Costco's
go in
like,
and buy
no,
pizza at Costco. You don't need a
I think
membership
they're
to buy
still
it
gonna
there.
check. They're
No,
cracking
you don't.
down
Not
on
if
those
you go-
membership things.
No, because you don't have to go to that side. Like you go to the exit door.
Yeah.
Like you can go in the outdoor without getting your card checked because that's where you
That's
go
what
to
she
sign
said.
up for your card. And then just keep going and go get pizza at the
Here's the
self-checkout
other deal.
kiosk.
Costco's like really people-y. That's a lot to deal with for a slice
Oh,
of
dude,
pizza.
you're dead
in the
on.
parking lot and like.
No matter when you go to, it's always a shit show.
Right,
I've
so like
learned
I'm just gonna vote Casey's.
if you go at
because, yeah.
7:45, it's not bad. Like PM.
or
Oh,
PM?
I was gonna say.
PM.
Every-
7:45
even
PM, not bad.
Every
they
morning.
Depending on day.
No, what?
close at
but
8.
Every
really?
like a random Tuesday morning when they open
There's
at
a line.
10:30, it's like fucking Black Friday used to be.
You'd think
it's
there's a Jordan
insane.
release. Like they had Jordans that they were selling like once in a lifetime. It was just, there'd be like 10, 15 people standing outside.
But it doesn't even have to be like a big thing like that. Like it'll just be like everybody's
No.
waiting to go in to spend
No,
all
it's
their
like,
money.
it's,
you
I'm
know.
saying it's like a Jordan release.
Oh,
like
it's
there's
like
just
that. Yeah,
there's
yeah,
just
yeah.
people there for no reason on a Tuesday.
No,
it's
it's
like-
just we're getting wine and
Dude, have you seen these
pecans.
avocados?
Yeah,
Yes.
No, but
these
Oh,
organic strawberries.
Mm.
What really bugs me so much about Costco is that I wanted to go to the self checkout one time because I just wanted to just mind my own friggin' business. So I go
They
to
are up your ass.
What?
and the
Card,
lady
please. Card,
comes
card.
over. The lady comes over and she's like, "Here, I'll just scan your stuff." She's like, "I'll help." I'm like, "Do I need help?"
Yeah,
And
you look
she's like,
stupid,
"Well,"
is what that was.
She goes, only employees can use the scanner. I'm like, then why do you have a self checkout?
it's like
Like,
the
I wanted
movie
to check out myself.
what's
I
it?
didn't want to mess with you.
Employee of the Month with Dane Cook and Jessica Simpson, and they have like that contest, and they're like running around, and it's, you guys know what I'm talking about? No.
Yeah.
I've
I
seen
didn't
that
see
movie,
that.
but it's been a long time. I don't.
It's
Been a
remember.
hot
I-
minute.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I forgot Jessica Simpson existed.
Yeah.
Well, she gained weight, lost
And
weight,
Dane Cook.
and so Dane Cook's back on tour dating a
Is he?
20-some-year-old.
Yeah, I saw that.
Of
Yeah.
course he is. He's time
Oh,
to trade
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Waited till she was legal to marry her.
Like Alec
Boom.
Baldwin, isn't
Oh,
Oh,
Alec
that
Baldwin?
young?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
It was.
Yeah.
It was
That was
creepy.
why he
like
kinda
they
got
were
thrown off
dating.
for a while.
Yeah, he was dating her before he probably should have. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Tosh
it's
gets it.
gross.
But you know what? If they end up married for 40 years,
Still gross.
40 years. Dane Cook ain't gonna live that long.
Wait,
He's
what's
already-
that?
Dane Cook ain't gonna live another 40.
perhaps.
Well,
Dude.
he's only
was
like
hard.
40.
No,
Yeah.
he's not. He's way older than that. Alec
Mm.
Baldwin. Alec Baldwin's dating a 20-some-year-old.
He's married to Hilaria.
Oh,
What are
jeez.
you
He's
talking about?
51. I didn't know he was that old.
Alec
Dane
Baldwin just had a
Cook?
kid.
Yeah.
You are. How did you? You are. Jeez. Okay.
I have a
What?
Google machine in front of me.
Ask
Yeah, I was
Google.
like getting ready to like unlock my phone. Like 52.
Let's circle back to the self checkout. I'm a little curious about your guys' opinion of this since we're talking about real world problems here.
Yep.
Self checkouts have gotten to the point where it's like they want you to do it,
Mandatory.
and then you have to present your receipt to somebody to show them that you did the self checkout. If you had 50 items in your cart, do you think they're going to validate all 50?
No.
No, that's why I don't understand that.
Have you
Even
ever?
a few times, like
cheated?
I remember growing up, we never had a Sam's Club membership, but when I'd go with friends and they'd still kind of look at your receipt and like mark it before you left, I was like, what was the point of that? You didn't like
Yeah.
inspect every little thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fooled
All
you.
the
I
theft
had
that
3
goes on now
cans.
with those kinds of stores.
What's that?
All the theft that goes on with those kind of stores.
There's
now, where
so
people
much.
just walk out. And like,
Yeah.
don't approach them. Don't talk to them.
The
Yeah, when
Depot
I
and
worked
shit.
when I worked at worked retail, they told us like it's so hard to actually loss prevention is like you have to see them put it in their bag, see them leave
Yeah,
with it, and
you
like
gotta
they're
have it
not going to
buttoned
see
up.
every step. Yeah, so it's hard to. And I'm
Because
not
the-
honestly, most workers are not getting paid enough or care enough about that job to like
Yeah.
tackle some dude that's stealing a pair of underwear or whatever. So like, yeah, whatever.
But like what Amber was saying about Costco, though, Costco's so funny because there's this other added pressure just from the computer itself.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you scan something,
Put it in the
if
tray.
that thing hasn't hit the tray
Put it in the tray.
within 0.2 of a second, please put your item in the bag. Please put your
Tray.
item in the bag. Like
Tray.
the computer bitch is up your ass immediately. Like, please put the item in the tray. And
It's fucking napkins.
Like,
it doesn't weigh anything. I
I
don't know.
know.
Do I push it? Yeah.
well, I mean, I literally will like scan it and then immediately just like almost throw it to the tray where where it's gonna sit
Have
there.
you ever tried
Please
to
don't
just
yell at
put
me.
your hand on it to make it look like there's added weight and then just
No, because when you take it off,
Please
then it
remove
says,
the
like,
item from
Yeah,
the
please remove
thing.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extra weighted
item has not been scanned.
But
I did
every once in
experience-
a while, though, you'll like when you were talking about the people who come to help. It's like I came here because I wanted to be left alone.
Yeah,
Like
I didn't
that's
want
the
to deal
entire
with you.
reason. And then they're like, "Oh, I need help." But every now and then you get somebody who's cool, and they're like, "This stupid thing." Like they get just as frustrated
Just
with it as
steal
the
it.
customers do.
Yeah.
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 I prefer the self checkout because I want to bag it myself.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hate like
I can see
I
that.
come in with 3 reusable bags. I should leave with 3 reusable bags that are full, not 3 reusable bags and 12 plastic bags that I was trying not to use
Oh,
because
yeah.
you don't know how to bag stuff. Like that drives
Well, they're taught. I can tell you because my daughter is a bagger at Hy-Vee, and they go through way more extensive training than you would think on how to bag stuff. And basically, if it's even remotely capable of being crushed, damaged, whatever, it gets its own bag. If it's
That's
if
why,
it's been
but here's
Whatever
the
happened to
deal.
bread
I'll
on
take
top?
the risk myself
yeah,
and bag
yeah.
it myself, and I don't care. Like it's fine.
Have fun
But
with your
every
broken
time-
eggs.
Yeah.
No, but that's
Yeah.
I do it in a way where it's like obviously heavy stuff on the bottom. Put this up here. I'd rather do it myself.
Mhm.
I can't
When I
remember
make-
what comedian said it where he goes, hey, self checkout is open if you guys want to use that. It's like, no, thank you. I don't work here. And then yeah.
I
I don't.
at
It's
Costco in
sometimes
particular.
faster, like if I just have a couple things, self checkouts way
Yeah.
faster. I don't mind it. I think
What's
it's
the
fine.
most items you've ever seen in a self checkout?
Oh shit.
like
Tons.
2 cartfuls or something?
Yeah.
Like crazy people.
Oh, I've seen the
Yeah.
Costco people who have 2 cartfuls, and like that's a lot of shit. And
So much.
they're doing self checkout. Like, what are you doing? Like, if I've
Yeah.
got kind of a lot of stuff, especially at Costco, I'm gonna let the people on methamphetamine like go and throw it on through really fast because they do it. Like, I'm not saying the people that work at Costco are on meth. I'm just saying they're fast. Like,
Efficient.
Yeah.
they're
Speaking
very,
Speaking of
very
being
quick.
fast, Aldi gives me anxiety. They
Oh,
need to calm
oh.
down.
They need to calm down.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
100%.
Like
They're like,
oh man.
if you're paying with card, you can go ahead and insert, and they're still scanning. I'm like, oh no, we gotta make sure this
No.
brings up correctly,
Yeah.
mister. I'm not putting my card in.
Oh,
I am my
or just-
father's daughter. We are making sure everything here is accounted for properly. Like, I don't,
Do you need
they're
some bags?
aggressive. They're aggressive scanning and throwing, and then
yeah.
if you
And then
just
they start
come in-
doing like the next person when I'm still doing
Yeah,
this, and I'm trying to
yeah,
put my
like,
card away. I'm like,
yeah, can you just hold
I
it a
understand
minute?
you're efficient here, but it's
Do you need
At
a
what
bag though? Because I
extent?
want to
At
charge you
what
for that bag. You have your own bags? You want to
Again,
truck?
I bring my own bags. I want to bag my own stuff. I don't need your bag. I bring
Crazy
my
bag
own.
lady.
I never go to Aldi ever. My
I know.
wife will go to
I
Aldi
do.
for
I
some stuff,
enjoy
but I
it.
just never. I
I will
don't go
say
there.
I like Aldi, but I still think I am a quote unquote snob about certain things. So they
Yep,
don't
me
have
too.
all the things I need. So I don't go
It's
there
Right.
all
like
the time. But
a small Costco. It's all pallet driven.
It's a micro
a little
Costco.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I just know for
DOO
sure.
economics.
Dio.
Voodoo economics.
Ah, Ferris Bueller.
Uh,
Bueller.
yes.
So we're at a very unique point in the road here. We're
You're the one
over
that has
our
to leave
time
to go do stuff.
Well, I'm okay. I have another hour, but we can end this like we normally do, or we could let Andy experience his 2-hour podcast. You always make fun of us because our show is so short.
I didn't make fun of you because your show is short.
You asked how we do it because it's like, how do you do it in such a short?
That's all I
time?
said is, how do
Blarts.
you do such a short show?
Blah.
They're
It's just-
concise and to the point.
It's not.
I wouldn't
It's not
say
much
that.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
but I think the
What do you guys want to talk about
anomaly.
tonight? 9/11. Fuck.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it
No,
was
I don't know.
9/11. It was 9/10 actually, I think.
Yeah.
But no, just for the sake of having guests, I really don't want to cut it short. So, Ryan, Amber, this is your opportunity to ask away.
Why do you got to put us on the spot like that? Where it's
Yeah,
just like,
why?
you guys
When
want to talk to these people more or not? Because if not, they'll fucking leave. They'll leave right now. They don't have to be here for us.
Yeah, I got a kid puking that my wife would love for me to relieve
It is
her
a
for.
school night. Like I could go to
Oh,
sleep
man.
right now. It's
Yeah, I
totally
got to go
fine,
drive the
but
future tomorrow.
It's up to
See?
you
Oh
guys.
yes, yes.
How's that
Love
going?
that. How's that going, Andy?
It's fun. I like it. I really do.
No yelling on the bus.
The at the beginning of the year, the elementary kids, I was like, like the middle school kids are just like, they're in their phones and they're relatively easy to deal with. The
Wow.
elementary kids are more height maintenance for sure. And at the beginning of the year, it was just like, I was going crazy. And then after a while, I'm like, okay, let's just like talk to these people like they're people instead of trying to manage a horde. And so basically, I mean, not that I wasn't being friendly, but it was just sort of like, if I actually make an attempt to engage with them and actually get to know them all as if I were one of their teachers, this is probably going to go better. And what do you know? Like I was off last Friday afternoon and they're like, where'd you go? Where did you go? You can't leave. What?
Aw.
You know, like, I
Mr.
mean,
Andy, my mom wants your autograph.
well, there's only like 2 kids that actually call me Andy. Otherwise, I'm bus driver. That's my name. I'm just bus driver.
Bus driver.
I literally printed out a tag that says, "Hi, my name is Andy." It's the size of an 8x12 piece of paper. It's right by where I drive when they get on the bus every day, and they didn't put it together that that's my name. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I enjoy it way more than I thought I would. And you know, it's just a couple hours in the morning, couple hours in the afternoon, and it pays way better than the average part-time job for that. And yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it a lot, way more than I thought I would. Plus, I also found out that if you want to get a CDL, and you're gonna go to a place that does not pay you to do it, it's kind of expensive to get a CDL. Like you have to
Nice.
pay for schooling, classes and shit. Like it isn't just, you know, like getting a regular driver's license where you just
Go
do
take
the
a
thing.
test.
Like there's required training that goes along with it and you got to pay for that. And I got it for free. So actually I got paid to do it. So
Idiots.
yeah.
Did you have to sign any sort of contract to stay with them for a certain amount of time or anything?
No, but like the bonuses that I would get were just doled out slowly. Like,
Hey,
yeah,
Craig, congratulations on running over a kid. Here's $1,000.
well, it's more than that. They're hard up. By the way, if you want to go drive for School Bus Inc., just drop my name, Andy
Yeah.
Erickson, and then I get $1,000 after you've been there for whatever it is, 90 days or something like that. So
I'll just do it for the 90 days just to help you out. Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
yeah,
Same.
yeah, that'll be worth your time.
Just
I
gotta split
appreciate it. But
I can't
no,
even like back up my my
Yeah,
car.
no, you shouldn't do it, Tosh.
I don't want to.
Beep.
The and then
I have to clean
actually,
the windows because I'm not doing it. Like if there's snow, there's just gonna pile up and
well, the buses stay inside, so they're indoors. So when I get there in the morning when there's snow, I don't have to scrape or anything. But
Does anybody throw it up on the bus on you?
yeah, I had that happen last year. Actually, I was driving a charter though. It was kids going to like a vocal choir competition over in Brandon. Which was cool because my daughter just happened to be also singing, so I got to go watch her at the same time. But on the way back, some girl that was riding back on my bus yacked in the on the like just puked all over the place.
I just saw a
And-
meme today. Speaking of that, it's like, remember when we were in like first grade and you just be minding your business and a kid would just throw up? Like, what was that about? And it's true. Like there was just like
Sawdust.
random throwing up
Yeah.
in elementary
Yeah.
school. I don't know. Didn't happen as much as you got older, but yeah, elementary
remember-
school there was just
one of my nieces, when she was about 4, I was living with my brother at the time, like right after I moved back to Sioux Falls. I was living with my brother and his then wife, and their daughter had just been running around playing, doing whatever. And all of a sudden she comes out and she has this very strange look on her face. And this is before I had kids, so I didn't recognize this at all. And all of a sudden my brother starts jumping up and moving quickly towards her. And before he gets his ass off the couch, blah, she just barfs all over the floor, like just like bends over and pukes right in the middle of the living room. It was so funny.
She all like did like a Big Daddy, like
Yeah, the Big Daddy thing.
Yeah. The Big
The
Daddy
kangaroo
puke.
song.
That's so true. Where he's just like, all of a sudden, now I'm sick.
he just stops and just throws up everywhere.
Well, and then the number of
memories.
times you'll hear your kids say, I think I'm going to throw up. And they're not sick. They're just like being whiny. But then last night, my youngest comes into our bedroom and says, I feel like I'm going to throw up. And I was just sort of half awake, not really paying attention. And then he starts moving quickly and Crystal started following him. And sure enough, he was barking groceries just
Oh,
like crazy.
I'm gonna throw it up.
Mhm. But the funny thing is, though, after having kids, though, like you guys probably know too, and Tosh doesn't, like puke's not as vile as I used to think.
Yeah.
It's just not.
I'd
Like,
rather clean up throw up than like a blown out diaper.
Oh
know?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's way worse.
Blech.
Yeah, the diapers
Well,
can
you're
get
still. Well, how old are yours, Mike? Yours are still pretty little, aren't they?
6, 4, and 2.
Oh, you've been at it a while. Never mind. Okay.
Professional.
mhm.
Well, we
And then
did
his own,
we,
too.
We
Yeah.
did cloth diapers with our first one. So that was
I've had a lot of friends do cloth diapers. They swear by it.
I
Fuck
I
that.
thought it was easier.
yep, didn't fucking touch it.
Mike,
Dude.
do you remember whoever it was that was? Oh, Andy Hansen, when he was on a few episodes ago, he was talking about cloth diapers.
Yeah.
Like his grandma was like,
Yeah.
"Why the fuck would you use cloth diapers? That's the
They're
dumbest
different
shit
than they
I've
used to
ever
be.
heard." It doesn't matter.
No, they're-
You're
They're
still
not like
having to deal
safety
with it.
pin towels and stuff. It's
No,
different.
they're not.
Gross.
But like we tried them out like twice, and it was like, this is fucking stupid. Like no, like
We even
This-
Yeah,
had
you- You
There's
just gotta
better
get a separate
technology.
washing machine and you just gotta
Yeah.
separate it.
Okay, hang
Fuck
on.
that.
well, we had
I
a-
gotta go. I gotta go somewhere else with this quick. What is with? I don't even want to say it. For women,
Gross.
oh god.
the
The cups,
don't say
the,
it.
like diva cup things
no,
or whatever.
no, even worse, like the period panties.
Anyway,
That they
guns and
just
stuff
absorb?
back to America.
How does that work? How does that work? I was
I-
curious one day, so I
Very
went and I
carefully,
was like,
guess
I was
they're
so I went.
expensive.
I was curious one day, so when I was reading a little bit, I'm like, this cannot possibly be something that works or
Okay,
that someone
so-
would wear.
Well,
And there was like a frequently asked questions, and it was like, can I put them in the washing machine? It was like, yes. I'm like, no.
okay, so Tasha,
Gross.
your next episode can involve Amber. You two can talk about that.
Period. So
You know
Shark
I
Week. Oh
don't
my
want- you
god,
don't
there's
want-
so much blood.
I'm assuming like I've never used them, and I don't really know anyone that's used them because like they are very pricey.
Well, what do you
actually.
mean
Like,
you don't know
they're-
anybody that's used them? Who would tell you
don't either.
that they use that stuff?
Girls
I
would talk
suppose.
about it. My friends,
Fuck
we talk
no.
about. Girls talk about it.
No.
okay?
I'm glad I don't have friends.
They do.
Oh
So
Lord.
I mean, would you ever buy underwear that didn't have the hole for your wiener?
No.
No. Why would you? Yeah.
Amber's like, hole for the wiener.
But do you use it?
I do.
Depends on what I'm wearing. Not depends, but like it truly depends what I'm wearing. Like I usually wear athletic pants. I don't even
it's
have
like a sunroof for my dick, you know? I just gotta unzip. We just whip her out. I don't even have to unbuckle my pants. Life is great.
You just
Dude,
it's efficient.
That's how I take a piss. That's a one-handed piss. Like zipper, fish it out through the underwear hole, piss, put it back, zip up, done. Don't have to mess with the belt or
not
the
amused
button.
by this conversation.
Well, I just think you cut us off pretty quick, but we have to hear about you taking a piss. Like
I didn't.
You guys could talk about that on your own time. How about that? Like,
okay, let's go back to talking about shedding uteruses. Go on.
Well, I can tell you all about endometriosis. Would you like to learn something?
Ooh, yes, sounds great. Oops, Tasha's having issues. She's muted.
Then follow me on. Am I? What I do?
No, I'm teasing you. I mean, no. Go on. Yeah.
No, but it is just. I think it. I don't know what. Never mind. Anyway.
Yep. Gross. No, don't do that stuff. They made the new stuff for a reason, and I get it. All right.
I'm just gonna bring back to cloth diapers are dumb. That's all.
Yes. What are you drinking tonight?
Yeah. We hung them up and
Buffalo
we did a lot of
Trace.
stuff with them.
Nice.
Yeah. So, what's the future look like for your guys' podcast? What's the evolving turn of what's to come?
Hopefully in a couple weeks, I have one of the guys I judged Dancing with the Sioux Falls Stars with was a professional dancer on Broadway and toured with like Backstreet Boys and Britney in the early 2000s. So he's gonna give me some tea because his NDAs have expired. So we'll talk about some stuff. And then he was just really nice, and he's like, usually people ask to talk to me because they want to talk about dance. This will be fun to talk more of just. I'm like, no, I want to know the other dirt. Like, yes, I like dancing, but like,
yeah.
What else happened?
I'm surprised people don't talk about that stuff more.
Did you buy Britney's book?
I have not yet. I want to though. But all the stuff that's kind of come out about it is like, yeah, we knew that. Like, we all kind of know that already.
We did.
Some of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Justin was a douche. Yeah, I believe it. Never. Like
him and his noodle hair. There's no way.
Gosh,
but I do just think that hopefully, just like Britney is a much different person than she was 20 years ago, we are all different people than we were 20 years ago, So I don't know.
I wonder what Justin's book would say about Britney if he wrote a book.
Exactly.
Like,
there's two sides to every story, and
because there's that whole crazy hot scale that would have been like off the charts. I'm guessing probably
Lisa Mendoza.
Lisa Mendoza. Why is that name familiar?
That's in it's on How I Met Your Mother, where he's explaining the crazy hot scale.
Oh,
crazy Mendoza. She has crazy eyes. You gotta watch out for crazy eyes.
But I do think, like, but we all, like, I'm sure her feelings are also valid. That's what she felt happened. So that's fine. Like, I believe her. I do think these things happened, but I also.
Two things can be true at the same time.
Right. And like I said, I think, like, Justin has 3 kids now and he's a much different person. And, I'm hoping he has learned and
he only has 3 girls on the side instead of 8. He's a very different guy than he was back then.
So it was what is it? So Tasha, I know you're going to some concerts probably coming up. It's your weakness, you say. The Blink 182 thing will be interesting.
Yes, I bought tickets for Blink 182. We're in the nosebleeds because concert tickets these days you have to like sell a kidney to go to anything. But we're doing Blink in the cities in like August or something.
Where's that?
I'm going Target Center, and then New Kids on the Block at Mystic Lake.
Fuck yeah.
June or July or something.
That's awesome.
I've seen them before, but I'm going with the Elena and Ashley that have been on my podcast. That the one worked for Danny Wood from New Kids on the Block, and they go on the cruise every year. And so the one kind of knows Donnie, like Donnie's been on her podcast, so I might get to meet them.
Fuck yeah, good for you. Don't talk about it. You're
Didn't we say who was it? The Butterface, right? Was it the Butterface you said last time, McConnell? Or who was it that said that he would? Because she thought Donnie was hot, right? Didn't we talk? Yeah. Didn't we talk about this? No, it was Andy said that.
No, Jordan
I
was always my
probably
favorite, but
would've-
he was mean to me once.
No,
so
but
now I
Danny
don't know
Wood
who
was
my
the
favorite is.
butterface.
That's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah. Danny was
he was never
he's the
my
ugly
favorite,
one.
but
No, he's
but he's-
nobody's favorite. Like
no,
he was the one new kid who was like banging
Ashley
fat
is a
chicks
Danny
because they
girl.
were they
Ashley
wouldn't,
is a
you
Danny
know.
girl.
I'll
Ashley
take your
likes
sloppy
Danny.
seconds.
But they are like, you know how I always say I'm a fan, but then there's like fans, like they're fans. So I think even if I don't get to meet the band, just going with them will be a whole other experience. You know what I mean? So yeah, those are the two things kind of coming up that I can't afford, but I keep doing things.
I'm going to a concert that I bought tickets for over a year ago, and I'm not going till August.
Metallica?
Yeah, up in the cities.
Yeah.
They're 2-night, like they're doing 2 nights everywhere they play on this tour.
Did
and
you
they're
know?
not repeating anything?
Did you know that in between the shows in Minneapolis, that
There's a
Green
whole
Day
day.
and Smashing Pumpkins are playing?
Really? I did not know that.
Yep.
Oh.
In
that out
between
from a
like
coworker.
days in between, or what'd you say?
Metallica
They play
2 shows, and they're like 2
Friday and
days
Sunday.
apart. Yeah.
Oh,
and then
okay.
on the Saturday, that Green Day and Smashing Pumpkins are playing.
Nice.
Oh yeah, because they just announced a tour right together. Yeah, I think I read that.
I saw Pumpkins a couple of years ago, but I have never seen Green Day.
They're all fucking
That
old
would
now
be-
too.
What about
Well, and here's
Yeah.
the deal. Blink 182, I've seen them one other time. It was not when Tom was there. It was Matt Skiba, and they did not do Rock Show. And now that Tom's back,
You were so pissed about
if
that.
they do not do Rock Show, I am flipping a table. Like I don't know.
Boo! Boo!
I just want to see you flip a table.
Yeah.
Well, but seriously though, like all of their
Cardboard.
songs are what, like
Where are
2
they gonna get the
minutes? Like
table?
what's 2 more minutes? Like do the freaking song. And I wasn't the only one in the crowd. Like a whole group of dudes to my right were chanting like Rock Show,
Get a sign.
Rock Show, and they didn't do it.
Make a sign.
Yeah. Make a sign.
Do this or I'll blow
She
this
said
place
she's
up.
in the nosebleeds,
Their
guys.
new album
Right.
is really good though.
At the
Like, that
casino,
one
they'll
more-
see it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's not at the casino. That's the Target Center, right?
Yeah. But the One More Time, that Blink song and that whole album, it's just very like
So good.
nostalgic and like I almost cried watching the music video with all the like references to their big sort of moments
really
in the
good.
past and stuff. And yeah.
Do we think the NSYNC thing's gonna happen yet?
Mm.
No.
I
Oh.
think I'm pissed about this strike because Lance basically said they had performances lined up, but then because of the strike, they couldn't promote the movie.
What strike?
So, the actor strike, SAG-AFTRA. Are you even in the world?
Mhm.
They actually just reached a conclusion today, so hopefully, that's why there's no new shows right now because
Here's
there weren't
why I
writers
think
and
it
then there
won't.
weren't actors.
Because my kids, Trolls, the new Trolls movie soundtracks showed up on my Apple Music, and it said "NSYNC" with Justin Timberlake.
Featuring Justin. Yeah, I don't like
Yeah, I
that.
was
I
like-
don't like that at all. That's a sign of the end because they started doing that with Destiny's Child. They started doing that with Pussycat Dolls. That like I did not like that.
Here's the thing though, when it comes to musical artists, I didn't realize like I mean, we think of them as that's that band I like or that singer I like or whatever, but like those bands are companies. And
They'll say that
they're
on Lance's podcast. He
they're
talks about that all the
literally
time.
companies and you have a share of it, and if you're not a part of the company, then you're featured, you know. And that was when that was my first sort of, I don't know, the moment where I was just like, oh, it sort of tainted my love for, you know, not my love for music, but just like how I thought it was just like, oh, this band is the best band. Like, no, it's like if you ever see that
Business.
show, it's
They're all a
such a
product.
business. Yeah. There was that, it was about session musicians. God, what was that show called? It's been on Netflix here and there. It was like, God, I can't remember what it was, but like, so like Nine Inch Nails is really just Trent Reznor's company, and he hires the rest of the band. They're contract employees who just
Wow.
work temporarily when they're touring or whatever. Like when
Well,
he's
I think it
recording
is
an album,
now. I think it started
Oh,
off
it's-
as a band, but
it was
like,
it was always that way with him. It was just like Trent Reznor and whoever he hires, and like Lifehouse is pretty much Jason Wade, like Jason Wade's company plus whoever he hires to go out on tour with. Which, you know, I mean, whatever, it's their product, their business, they started, great. But it's also the same way I got super jaded in sports. Like I don't give a shit about pro sports at all anymore because it's such a business. Like it's more business than sport, honestly. My
You think the
cousin's
NFL is
husband
paying Taylor Swift to go to these games and stuff?
so
She didn't go to the Minnesota game. It's the only one she hasn't gone to.
Travis Kelce is the most overexposed athlete since Peyton Manning. Like like that guy is gonna make himself hated. He's in so many fucking commercials. It's ridiculous. But but no, when my cousin's husband we went hunting out in the Black Hills a number of years ago, and he was telling me about how all this shit works. Like, and he was like, he would admit, like, he was like the 53rd guy on the roster. Like, he was, you know, lucky to be there. He got to play a season with the Cardinals, but like he sat the last 4 games of the season, so he wouldn't make a bonus. You know, it had nothing to do with the game. It had nothing to do with whether or not they could use him in that game. It was strictly a money decision, and that was it. And when I heard that, it just like, really?
The money stuff with sports always bothers me. Like I just watched the Beckham thing on Netflix, and
that's pretty good.
I really liked it, and I really, obviously being American, soccer is not as big here as it is in England, and so
my son would yell at you and call it football.
Yeah, they call it football in the documentary too. But I also like Ted Lasso. I do enjoy football. But I didn't know much about David Beckham growing up other than yes, he married Posh or whatever. Like that was my introduction to David Beckham because I was a prepubescent girl in the late 90s. So but watching this, like when he came to LA and they paid him like $250 million, there were other guys on that team making like barely 10,000, and that irritates me. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like it's just, and I get that they were trying to like make American soccer more credible and all these things by getting David Beckham, but at the same time there's just such that wage gap. It's like, holy crap, you know. And not to say that David Beckham didn't work. Like he came to practice, he did the thing, like he wasn't,
but it's
just
always about understanding the value of that person though.
But yeah, because like who is coming to see Joe Zorch play? Nobody.
But I still just
who's
think
coming to see
like,
David Beckham? Fucking everybody in the stadium.
But I still just think it's like how is that guy supposed to stay motivated when he's only getting $10,000? Like I don't know. Like
because he's playing with David Beckham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did think the documentary it showed them at home a little more, and it's not like they're not, obviously they live much different lives than I have, but they do just seem more like funny, and they're not. I know she gets a reputation for being just, you know, posh or snobby, but I really don't think she's just a person. And I think just like a lot of women that marry pro athletes, she got vilified just for like, she's distracting him, he does it, blah, 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 all these dumb things.
100%
like,
true.
But like, there's other dudes on the team that are married and they're not like mad at their wives or girlfriends. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
But
no, when an athlete starts to suck, it's one of two things: they got a really big contract or they got married.
Wife.
and it's not that like it's not the woman ruining them. It's like they're happy, they're content. Like it's just a thing that kind of happens, you know. Like
not Travis Kelce, he plays better when Taylor's there.
Statistically proven.
I'm pretty sure there's a contract already between those two. Like there's definitely.
I think it is a PR stunt, but I still think it would be cute if this PR stunt did turn into somehow like, oh, you actually are kind of fun, like hanging out with you, like what if, you know what I mean? Like it started sort of.
I think it's a terrible move for Taylor. She should get the hell away from that guy.
No, she's gonna make a really good CD about it in a few years.
Yep.
Yeah, a few months.
No,
a few months.
We'll all talk about it. But
the other thing in the Beckham documentary that there's always a crazy dad behind these super athletes. Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Venus and Serena. There's a crazy dad that now we go, wow, he was just really teaching his kid. But like, if you saw that kid running drills when they're 5, you'd be like, that's child abuse. Like, like there's like borderline abuse. Dad. Yeah, exactly. There's a crazy dad behind all these people, but I guess it worked out.
Well,
so,
there's quite a few really good athletes also that, I mean, the ones you named, yeah, they all had a crazy dad, but there's also a lot that didn't have a dad at all and ended up in, you know, being incredible athletes.
But the ones that get documentaries made about them have a crazy dad.
Oh man. Well, I guess we're at an hour. That's good. We'll call it good there. But you guys plug your podcast quick. Who are you?
Sioux Falls Shooting.
Andy's
let him do it.
Sign up for a shooting class, SiouxFallsShooting.com.
That's not what it sounds like.
I still need to.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Oh, was that your whole plug? Did you?
Andy's Things and Stuff podcast. AndyErickson.com. The
And
number of
mine
people
is-
who try to buy my website domain is kind of you'd be surprised. Like I get just because I bought it a long time ago. I just bought AndyErickson.com, and there's about twice
6
a month.
people. Yeah.
No, but twice a month someone wants to buy it, and I'm like,
You're
no.
just such a common name.
Look, I'll
Right,
give you
exactly.
$6. Just hurry up.
No, I've had the biggest offer I got was 500,
Yes.
Oh.
but I'm like, no, I don't need 500 bucks that bad.
It must be nice. No.
Must be nice.
Mine is talkinwithtasha.com. No G on the talkin, just IN with tasha.com.
Gangsta.
Cool.
And then that links to everything else. So yeah. It's just easier to say
Awesome.
that than all the things.
Yeah.
All the things and stuff. Yeah.
Well, our
I'm on Cameo.
podcast.
I'm famous.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh yeah, what the hell?
I have
How'd
no
that
idea.
happen?
Well,
How much are you?
Right now it's $20 for.
Have you gotten one yet?
But I just think it's fun that I even got approved to be.
I
on this.
know. I'm not even talking shit. Like that's cool. Like
No, so I applied to do it back when you did the Victor Crumb one. You and Mitchell gave me the
Yeah.
cameo for my birthday. I think shortly after that, I was like, let's just see if they would. Like, I thought it would be funny to apply. It cut to like 5 years later or whatever. I get this email. I was like, is this real? Like, I forgot. I even did it. Yeah, and they were
it
like,
was from then?
yeah, and they were like, you have been approved. Like, you have to have so many followers before they'll allow it or
Oh.
whatever. So I had to gain more.
That's
momentum.
How many
Awesome.
followers do you have? Like what was it? Like
I
is it just
think-
on one thing or multiple things?
6.
Well,
Team.
they have you list them all. So on Instagram, I'm right at about 1,600, but I think it's my Facebook page that, because I have like 4,000 followers on my Natasha Facebook.
Really?
I'm still not.
Welcome.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
Jesus.
yeah, but I think that's what did it. And I don't know, like I must have had at least 1 or 2 posts that gained a lot of traction or whatever. But
I remember being butthurt when you passed me, but damn, you're like double me now.
and that's, but I still don't have 1,000 followers on TikTok, so I can go live.
Yeah.
Technology.
And the
All
My
these
old
things.
intern does though.
I know, and the internet, we've
she
always
makes
said this.
TikTok money.
That's the thing. I wanna, not that I mean, I'm anyway.
Like she doesn't even try though. Like people just randomly
She's
send
a
her money.
welder. That's the I follow an ASMR girl on TikTok. I know she's making bank. These 2-hour lives, I bet she made like $5,000. It's ridiculous, but
Mm.
Ever heard of OnlyFans?
maybe not that much, but it's a lot.
Yeah. There where's that teacher from that's was
Missouri.
in the news? Missouri, yeah.
Yeah.
Where
Good for
she got
her.
I know. She got
Like,
fired
seriously.
because they found her OnlyFans and she's like, boo hoo, I'll just go
Yeah.
make
She
$1
made
million bucks.
$1 million bucks.
I
But
thought
then-
about selling
6
pictures of my
months.
feet. My feet
Yeah.
wouldn't have my face. No one could connect. To,
Yeah,
like,
for
know.
No,
But like as
like,
long as I don't know, if I'm making $1 million every 6 months, I'd put my dick on the internet as long as my face isn't in there.
I'm gonna sell my
Totally.
bathwater.
yes.
Sell my dirty period panties. Sell those.
Okay, we're good.
Oh my god, there's so much blood. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks again for
but real
coming,
quick,
guys.
I just wanted to
Hey,
say real quick,
hey.
we've always said the internet is such a fickle place. And speaking of like having so many followers here, there, I'll post the same video on all of my different social media. One video on TikTok got 12 views. On Instagram, I got like 1,200. It is so weird what will catch on where.
Weird.
What people see.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Yeah. But anyway.
Okay, now let Mike end the show.
No, you're
Sorry.
good. Like always, we don't have a big thing, Tasha, like you say, but Ryan takes us out. But again, thanks for coming. I know these two
Period
appreciate it.
panties.
Period
Oh.
panties.
We'll
That should be the
Title of this
title
one.
of the episode. Period
No.
panties.
too late.
With
Andy
Andy
and
and
Tasha.
Tasha.
Already did it. But anyways,
The
take us
more
out,
you
Ryan.
know. Bye forever.